Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, people all over the world, welcome to another rendition of the Runback. This is a series where I interview some of your favorite FGC slash content creators slash pro players slash people in the industry in general, just YouTube, Twitch, whatever, and we go one-on-one with them. As you can clearly see for the 5th or 6th or 7th or 8th row, 8 in a row. I ain't got nobody, but that's cool though, because you know what I'm saying, this one is going to be the rendition of Capcom Cup. You know what I'm saying? Who's watching it? Who's in it? Who do I got winning it? And all the things of the nature. So I just woke up, so all my body's kind of reacted to me waking up the engine, if you will. I am your co-host, Be Heard, and alongside me is nobody, because I ain't got nobody. But something that I want to mention too, and actually shout out to y'all looking at my last video here, and y'all gave me great tips on how to do the process, but not the actual process. I wanted the equation. So shout out to Hey Rod, shout out to Reezy. I understand the process of making the computer basically press jab as quick as possible in between gaps if there's gaps or things of that nature, but that's not necessarily what I wanted. What I wanted was the equation to this problem. So like I could check a frame chop, right? And then obviously I have it set to Sagat. So let's see. I guess it would be standing heavy kick. And if you never use, it's called fullmeter.com. Great website, great resource, because you can have multitude of games. You got Street Fighter 6, Street Fighter 4, Street Fighter 4, Street Fighter 5, Third Strike, GG, and even 2XKO. So shout out to them. I don't know how well polished the other games are, but I just know that Street Fighter 6 is polished to a T. I guess, what do I need? The heavy Jinrai. So why is it saying there's no gap? Oh, but this is, I guess they're saying there's no gap. What? How's it a true string? Is it a cancel? I don't know, because I don't know if that's counting. I don't know if this is counting both hits of the heavy kick, because I know it has 2 hits. So maybe I entered this wrong. Okay, see, there it goes. So I guess when it's a link, there's technically no gap. But when it's a cancel, yeah, there's an 8 frame gap. Wow. See, I wanted to figure this out, but I don't get how they got to 8. That's the only part where I'm still confused about. So I don't know if they're going off of the block or off of, I guess you add these two together, maybe? I don't know. If you could explain to me how they got to the thing of 8, maybe that would make more sense. Let's try, I don't know, light kick. There's no gap in that? Oh, because maybe it is on block. Is it on block? Let me see. No. I'm trying to look on something that's like 2 frame gap. Maybe it has to do with on block. I don't know. But that's basically what I was trying to figure out. But I was trying to figure out the math behind it so I could do the math instead of trying to figure it out by this. Like, yes, this is an amazing tool. And I'm not saying that having tools is not great, or doing it the process that, you know, shout out to Reezy and shout out to Rod, they told me to do. I'm not saying that's not a great process and a great thing for me to do, but it's more so of, nigga, how do I do it in the moment? You know what I'm saying? Like in practice, yes, 100%. I don't disagree with this. I just like doing the math on it, because I was watching, I forgot who I was watching. I think I was watching Sajam, and Sajam was talking about Leffen, and Leffen was learning Tekken. And I forgot whoever was teaching Leffen Tekken, but whoever was teaching him was basically, I think, trying to teach him about getting up. So you know how you have the little stab kick, you have your roll left, right, you can hold it, you can do the spring kick. But I think basically what the person was trying to tell Leffen was basically just do the stab kick and get out of there, and that's all you really need. And then Leffen was on some like, fuck you mean, that's all I need. Because he was the type of player that wants to know all his options. And I'm kind of the same way. Even though I'm playing the 1400 MR, so knowing the gap of strings and things of that nature might not do me the best justice and might not do me anything beneficial. I just like knowing that for the fact, like once I learn setups and timing, like for perfect instance, like a frame kill to me is fly because of 2 things. Like, one, a frame kill could lead to a meaty. Like I learned from Sagat, if I'm in the corner, right, and I'm saying I'm like I get a hit with the crouching light kick, light punch, crouching light punch, standing punch into a medium DP or a light DP. Say if I'm in the corner and I get a light DP, I could do medium punch, and that's a frame kill into a meaty. Now, if I do the frame kill, some people are gonna try to do something after that frame kill. So I could kind of bait with that. So like just having that extra tool in my arsenal, just knowing what I could frame kill with, to me is big knowledge. That's what I like. And now I'm starting to fully understand block strings and gap strings, so that way I can utilize those, because I'm noticing niggas is mashing. So I was like, okay, cool, I need to get my frame traps right. But what are my frame traps? But I want to know how big of the gap is, because if I can make it to where, say, the only time I'm doing something super punishable, as I think some supers could punish, maybe if, I don't know, I think there's like 2 moves in the game that can punish a 3 frame gap. Don't quote me on that. I remember Broski saying something like a while back in one of the videos. But if I can make it to where, say, the only gaps I got in my strings when I'm doing pressure is 4 frames, to where they could potentially trade, and then if I fuck around trade in my favor, nigga, that'd be fire. And it's just like, I want to know that information because I want to be well equipped. That's it. That's all I was getting at. So I'm not mad at Reezy or Hayrod for saying this is how you do it. I know how to do it. I've done that before. But I was looking for more specifically the numbers of it, because I want to know the numbers and things of that nature. But yeah, shout out to everybody, and shout out to Fat Tool. And not to mention, they have a mobile version of this, so you could do this on the fly too. So I need to figure out how to use this properly. I almost wish I think somebody did make a video on this. I think Brian F did, because I do remember watching a video. But I want a true video of like getting to know the frame traps and things of that nature. That'd be fire if someone could do that. If I was smart enough to do it, I would do it. But I'm not. So last week we talked about Capcom Cup 12, and just in case y'all forgot, we picked the winners of each group. And it's crazy because in just a little bit, like I think even as little as 10 minutes, just as little as 10 minutes, or give or take, it's going live. And they're going to be group play. So technically I have to get this video out before. So y'all seen I was like a couple minutes ahead before I did my predictions. So if you don't know, I predicted that in each group, Blaz would win Group A, Andy Walker would Group B, Menardi would win Group C, Sar would win Group D, Dual Kevin would win Group E, Angry Bird would win Group F, Gachikun would win Group G, Lashard would win Group H, Higuchi would win Group I, Lex would win Group J, Kills You will win Group K. That's why I got tongue twisted. And then Itabashi Zangief would win Group L. Now for the following, we have to figure out who qualifies into the other groups. And then the other groups, I have, drum roll please. In Group A, the losers, I have Xiaohai getting out. It's so hard to vote. I wanted to pick Juicy Joe, but it's so hard to pick against Xiaohai, and I kind of already did the first time with picking Blaz, but obviously it's Blaz, so rightfully so. I'm not going to do it twice. I'm not. I just can't do it. And then in Group B, I got Fudo. I got to pick Fudo. That's my GOAT. That's one of my favorite players of all time. And he might be playing Ed, and this might be the last season that Ed might be good, so I got to go with Fudo. Respectfully, of course. And then in Group C, for the loser side, I gotta go Big Bird. Big Bird is just too strong, a great player, can do no wrong in my eyes. So then to go to phase 2, those losers will play in a round robin. So if you don't know, the format that it is the first phase, or phase 1, whatever, is first to twos. So say Xiaohai wins, say Blaz wins, right? They advance. And then say Blaz wins this, he's qualified. Then Xiaohai would fight the winner between Hot Dog and Juicy Joe. So let's say Juicy Joe wins. Then Xiaohai versus Juicy Joe. And then say if Xiaohai wins, he advances. So then if he gets to the qualifier spot from the loser side, he does go into phase 2. Phase 2 is A versus B, and then A versus C, and then C versus B. And whoever has the best record, I think it's first to 3 in this format. And phase 2 is the first to 3. Whoever wins goes on to the top 16. So, who do I have out that first group, right? It'll be Xiaohai versus Fudo versus Big Bird. I shouldn't have to explain that all the way through, but in that group, I'm going with Xiaohai. Like I said, I already voted against him once. I'm not going to vote against him twice. We're not going to do that. We not going to do that. We not. I just can't. I refuse. Yeah. And then, so the second group, I have NL coming out of losers in D. Sorry, I should show it on the screen. Then I got Yawn Angel coming out in E. Because I know Kaba's right there, but I just feel like we're going to get a JP representation. And not to mention when I watch Yawn play against like Broski and things of that nature, he's looked like he's been killing the EU scene and has been looking sharp. I don't know how well he's been looking in Japan, but from the last thing, and I know it's ranked and I know it's just online, so it's like you got to take it with a super grain of salt. But I think there's going to be a JP. I just don't know what JP is going to be, so I'm just going to go with Angel. And then Momochi out of Group F, and I'm not gonna lie, dog, I'm not gonna bet against Momochi. We not gonna do that. So I got Momochi and Xiaohai. Then in the, I guess, Group C, technically, it'll be G, H, I. In G, I got Kobe. Oh. No, I'm lying. Okay, yeah, I got Kobe on. Sorry. And then in H, I got Travis Styles. And then in I got Arma. And with that Group C, or slash those three, going Kobe on. I just can't bet against a good Zangief player, and I feel like he's had the momentum of Evil France, and he's always looked strong when it comes to the high level pressure situations. Not to mention he's a fucking unit, so he gonna be on the stage, cool, calm, collected, and do what he does. Yeah, I'm not gonna bet against that. And then lastly, JKL, I got Chris T, Do, and Jack. Do I have American bias? Yes, I do, but you know what I'm saying? Let me get it off right here now. That I think it'd be super sick to see Chris T, Jack, and Do. As far as the last three, whoa, I think to this point, American representation. And then in the phase 2, we got to do a group battle for that. And I got Knuckle Doo coming out on top. Like I said, Knuckle Doo's won a Capcom Cup before. I think he's just too good. And I'm just not going to bet against that. I'm just not. Now, the phase 2 is all done, and we got the winner side. I did something. I made a bracket. God damn it, this took forever and a day, and I don't have a bracket websites because obviously I can't do it like that. But we're gonna play it out right here. So I got the top 16. And I did it the right way. I know how it's supposed to go. So technically speaking, that if everything went right in order of my predictions as far as brackets concerned, this is how it should look. So it's Blaz versus Knuckle Doo. I love Knuckle Doo down. I gotta go Blaz. I can't go against him. He's just too good. Not to mention this is a first to 5, so anything could happen in the first to 5. But I think Blaz, especially seeing the Sagat against the My matchup, oof, that's a good character right there. That's a good character right there. Andy Walker versus NRD. It's tough because I think Andy Walker's playing out of his mind, and I think he did actually. When I was looking it up, as far as the EWC is concerned, he did beat NRD in this situation. Actually, we could go to it just to see, because I think it was. Oh, I'm lying. Ooh. Because I'm in 2026 and not 2025. Sorry. Yeah, see? So I'm not lying to you. 5-0 too. 5-0 was great. But that was that tournament. This is this tournament, Capcom Cup. RD being a 2-time champ already. I think he just shows up for the moment. I ain't gonna lie. A single elimination too. I gotta give it to RD. Oh shit. Blas versus Better RD in the second round, nigga. What? Sahara versus Kobion. I just feel like Sahara is just the best Ed. And I'm just not gonna vote against that. I'm just not. We're just not gonna do that. Now, Dual Kevin versus Angry Bird is interesting because Angry Bird's training partner is Big Bird, and depending on who Angry Bird is playing, if he's playing Akuma a problem. If he's playing Ryu, I feel like Dual Kevin got shot, but I'm gonna assume that Angry Bird is playing Akuma. It's just hard. It's hard to go against consistency, man. And then Gachikun versus Momochi. I love Gachikun. Godlike player, but I'm going Momochi. Man. Lashard, I'm going Lashard. Oh my god, we really might get so many Eds. Is this potentially 3 Eds? And then if MetaRD, if there's any truth to that picture that he tweeted out of him fucking playing whatchamacallit, if he's playing Ed, this would be 4 Eds. Oh my god. Lex versus Xiao Hai. I like Lex, but I'm going Xiao Hai. Then Kills You versus Itabashi Zangief. I can see this going either way, but I don't know. Itabashi kind of, I don't want to say. I don't know, because Kills You is strong. Actually, I think I'm gonna lie. I think this is gonna get real nasty, especially since we're not gonna see it, and I think that's gonna be the nasty part about this too, is the potential of not seeing it. So we might get the Mind Mirror, and in the Mind Mirror, I'm not gonna bet against Xiao Hai. What we doing? Momochi versus Lashard in the Ed Mirror potentially. I'm not gonna go against Lashard. Lashard is just like too clean, too dominant. What's one more weekend? Blas versus MenRD. Oh my god, this is so hard. I'm gonna go Angry Bird. I'm gonna just be predictable, but I think it's Blas' moment. I ain't gonna lie. I think I'm gonna just go with my guts. My guts. I think as we've visited before, I think I'm gonna go with Lashard. I think it's a safe bet to go with Lashard winning it all. I just can't see how you go past that. So I got Lashard versus Blas in the grand finals, and I got Lashard winning. I'm gonna just keep it basic. Keep it simple. Stay the main thing. Yeah. Now you see how that was fun. That was a good time. I was thinking about the 2 powers and titans that we get from all this representation of characters and people in this world, and the CPT. CPT don't want you to have fun. I'm not gonna lie. I said it. CPT don't want you to have some fun. Now, why don't they want you to have some fun, be heard? I don't know, because they saying that we can't even report on Capcom Cup until a week after. You know, the despicable, nasty, disgusting thing about this is that there's going to be 3 days. It's going to be today, tomorrow, and the next day that we could watch CPT 12 and have a grand old time and whatever shit like that. The only problem is that we can't report on the last 2 days. Now, if you don't know, I think day 4, if I'm not mistaken, is the SFL finals, which I could kind of give a fuck about because, like, you know, CPT does. You know, we got to watch EU finals, fire. Got to watch US finals, fire. But we didn't get to see Japan, so I could care less because there's one of the 3 that I didn't get to watch. So yes, they do qualify for Capcom Cup next year, but it's like if we never embarked on that journey and that story, some people are not going to care about the story or journey. And that's kind of how I'm feeling. And then obviously the finals is the day that I made of the bracket that I made. I can't even check to see if my bracket's going to be right or whatever like that. Like I legit was thinking about taking days off just so I could watch CPT and actually enjoy it and get the benefit of the stream and stuff like that. But I can't do that because I'm a grown ass man and I can't even watch it anyway because I got to pay for it. And the nasty part is some people are trying to get it off about CPT and what they're doing. And then, like, they run strikes. Like, I think it's so weird that it's like, I can't even report on who won. We can't share clips. What if we, I mean, I'm not in Japan, but I do actually have a friend that's currently in Japan right now as we speak. So she could have went to the Capcom Cup. But, like, what? If she can't record the video? Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, so she can't record the video, post the video those final 2 days. But you're gonna DMC strike her Instagram? her Twitter, and it's just so nasty because, like, I promise you, the world doesn't know who Blas is if it wasn't for CPT last year. The world doesn't feel Kakaru's pain and what he went through if it wasn't for CPT last year. We always knew he was a good player. We always knew he was a killer. He had a different name before he really became Kakaru and did all this shit. Like, he had 60 perfect parries in a set. 60 perfect parries, I don't give a fuck. If it was the old version of the perfect parries too, it's crazy. So it's like, you do all this of cutting your nose to spite your face is so weird to me. Why? Why do that? I don't understand the philosophy that Capcom Cup has. I don't understand the philosophy of building all these different regions to get all these different players from all these different regions to build these storylines and then say, nah, we don't care about it. Like, Blas probably has a whole country behind him wanting to watch this, but they can't even watch it because they got to pay for it. And now, yeah, it's $10 now, so it's cool, but the crazy part about it being $10 is they're not going to make their money back like the way that they want to make their money back. Because in hindsight, like with business, I'm not a businessman, obviously, but my ideology, my thought process is, okay, if I could charge 40 for this and y'all, if I could charge 40 for this, y'all don't pay the 40. But then say I get pretty damn close with the 10. Imagine if I charged the 40. Imagine if that drop off wasn't as big of a drop off as, like, I don't know. Like, to me, I don't see a world where they don't do this again next year. Because if they're already doing it with Street Fighter League Japan, we already accepted that. And mind you, this is a trip to go. That's what's crazy is, like, if I'm a player, like, all right, you probably don't want me, like Joe Schmo, right? To stream stream Street Fighter League Japan, right? Which is fair. But if I'm a pro player and say I'm on one of the Street Fighter US teams, I can't watch my competition? How the fuck am I gonna watch my competition? Like, that's so weird to me. I gotta pay to watch my competition. It's so weird how they just did things and how they're making it seem for people. Like, I guarantee you the best numbers are going to be these first 3 days. So I hope they don't look at it a grand total of things and be like, yo, we killed it. No, y'all didn't kill it. Y'all fucked it up because y'all doing it this way. Like, it's so goofy to me. I just wish that they didn't do it this way. And it's weird. Like, I want y'all to realize something. That next week is the 17th. Technically, I will have played Alex and got gameplay on Alex before I could talk about Capcom Cup. Do you see how crazy that is? Capcom Cup started today. It just started 10 minutes ago. Like, what are we doing? What are we doing? I don't understand why they're doing it this way. I don't understand who is this for. Like, I'm not the type of nigga to pull up the Steam charts, but let's pull up the Steam charts. Street Fighter 6. Just last night, 32,000 people on Street Fighter. Granted, PlayStation might be out of here. Xbox could be out of here. Switch could be out of here. I don't know how many they got. But let's say, for the sake of conversation, they got 50,000 people on Street Fighter currently every single day, which is impressive for a fighting game. I just want y'all to know that. That's really good for a fighting game. Potentially 10,000 of those spots could go to people watching Capcom Cup, but they can't stream it, which is weird, which is odd. Can't tweet about it, which is weird, which is odd. Can't talk about it, which is weird, which is odd. Because, yes, I could be referring to LaShawn, but I could be saying, like, yo, his drip is crazy. Now I can't talk about the nigga drip. Somebody could be having Jordan 4s on or Jordan 3s on. Now I can't talk about the niggas Jordans. Like, what are we doing? Like, we're going to police that? We're going to police everything, Capcom? That's weird. That's really, really weird, my nigga. That's weird. And then what's crazy is Street Fighter 6 is the most successful game they've had so far. To me, this don't scream success. To me, this screams like they're about to be broke. And I get it. Everything else is being more expensive. Obviously, cost of everything is going up. Is high as whatever. So I'm not going to tell a business how to run a business. But damn, like, what are y'all banking on? Because actually, now that I did what I needed to do as far as Capcom Cup, I can start typing some shit. I just want to see something. I want to see Japan's population. 123 million people. Okay. $342 million people. Now, if everybody in Japan loves Street Fighter, I love that for them. But you need the world too, gang. Like, Street Fighter is a universal game. Everybody loves Street Fighter. I don't know the plan. What is the plan? Because it's like, we just gonna ostracize the niggas that you need? Like, I get it. Make the game more casual friendly to bring in the casuals. Yes, I agree with that. You sold 5 million copies. I agree with that. But I don't agree with the process of alienating casuals. I think that's stupid. But I also think it's stupid to alienate the competitive players that's going to play your game when there's not just DLC content. Like, the fact that you're potentially at, say, 50 million with no Alex, no skins, no new shit outside of the Battle Hub. Maybe the Battle Hub is going crazy. And maybe that's why we got this all fucked up. Maybe the Battle Hub's going crazy. But if the chance that it's not going crazy, y'all doing this, gang, like, put the fries in the bag. I just don't understand it. I don't understand it. And I see some people, make nasty comments talking about, oh, it's like the Super Bowl. The Super Bowl is such a nasty argument because the Super Bowl is always established, right? Like, the Super Bowl is this big, grand old spectacle when it got Michael Jackson to perform at one of the very first Super Bowls. Like, not very first Super Bowl, but very first halftime performance was Michael fucking Jackson. Like, let's put things in perspective for a second. like, let's, you know what I'm saying? Capcom Cup gets Drake or Kendrick to perform, then what are we talking about? And even then, that's not the same scale as Michael Jackson. On TV, to where every week with football, the analogy that someone used was the NFL. I know that at 7 or 8 o'clock Central Standard Time, there's going to be a football game on ESPN. On Sunday night, there's going to be a football game on NBC. On Thursday night, there's going to be an NFL game on Prime, Amazon Prime. And then during the Sunday, 1 o'clock, 4 o'clock, and 7 or 6 o'clock, there will be games on Fox or CBS. That's a known standard. Half the tournaments that used to exist don't even exist no more. And then majority of the tournaments to get everybody to the CPT finals that take place in March for some reason are online on the weekend. Like, we don't even know where half these tournaments are. We don't even know who the fuck's in these tournaments because they don't talk about these tournaments. There's no sports center to talk about the product. So it's like, yes, you want to get to this point of being an NFL. Oh, sure, I'm with that. I would be the last one that got to sign off on some shit. I'm gang. I'm down. But it's like, my nigga, we not even where we need to be yet. Like, to get to the NFL, I got to go through high school for 4 years. I have to develop my body, develop my mind, develop my skill set, and be good enough at a Division I program, more than likely, to get the best shot for 3 to 4 years, and then get a chance to get drafted. To go to Capcom Cup or watch Capcom Cup, I just gotta be a nigga in the know. But now, I gotta be a nigga that pays. And it's like, okay, if y'all don't want people to make profit off that, I understand that. But at the same time, I'm a channel with 900 subs. I'm a channel with 500 followers. I could give you the numbers. It's not that hard to give the numbers to the people that want the numbers. But I just don't understand it because it's like, you know how much money that the UFC missed out on? There's a reason the UFC went to Paramount. I hope y'all know that, right? There's a reason why you can watch it now because they went to Paramount. Because before, it used to be Stream East and all these other plug and things of that nature. So I'm getting the notifications that BAM dropped 70 plus, and like, that shit's crazy. But There's a reason they went to Paramount because they was losing money on the thing. Like, I'll tell the truth since we just yapping. Nigga, I ain't never really paid for a UFC pay-per-view. The only way I watched UFC pay-per-views was on alleged websites and the bars. How fire would it be if we could go to a bar or arcade and watch pro tours? Oh, we can't because they don't have them no more. There's not arcades. That's not really a thing anymore. Except for my local. Shout out to my local. They'll always have a stream up. That'd be about it. Maybe your locals. But even then, how many people really have locals because we're so fucking spread out? So it's like, I just don't understand what Capcom wants to be and wants to do. I'm not mad at them trying to make money. But to me, if I'm going to give you this money up front and I want these things for me, then you got to meet me some halfway. And to do this prior to is nasty. So nasty. So, I just want better. Because like I said, I'm not mad at somebody wanting money. I'm not mad at Capcom wanting to be the Super Bowl. That was a phrase that someone used. Shout out to them. There's no ill will. That's why I'm not saying their name. But it's just like, gang, there's so many things fucked up. Mind you, and also, like, you're forgetting how messed up this sport is. Because, in theory, right, God willing, as long as there's no health scares, Kakarot would be here. But nobody's checking for Uma. I don't even know if Uma has played. I think that's his name. Have they played Street Fighter 6 outside of winning the $1 million? So if it's like, I'm trying to build up this thing to be this Grand Oso thing, no nigga in their right mind would just leave after winning one time. Granted, $1 million, life-changing money. I'm not even mad at him for doing it, truth be told. But how the fuck am I supposed to build this up if niggas gonna leave? You gotta think about it. As far as Street Fighter 6 life's concerned, and the Capcom Cup winners, one, due to health, so he has a reason. He's not here no more. Is Kakarot. So I hope he's healthy. I hope he's well. And then the other one is Uma. Has Uma entered a tournament? Taiwanese. Yeah, he ain't entered a tournament since April of 2024. And even then, that was after he won Capcom Cup. Like what? Like, bruh. Like, bruh. Like, bruh. Think about that for a second. And they want this to be a esport. I'm not mad at them being an esport. I think Capcom Cup, because I think, to me, the nasty points we're going to get to is like, Uma did it. Uma, godlike player. Congratulations. I can never take anything from him. But to me, I think this format was nasty. There was a group that was nasty. And I feel like, I almost feel like we're going to get to the point where it's like, how are we going to respect these runs? Like, you feel me? Like, to me, so Uma beat Safe, who I think is a good godlike player. Rain Pro. Okay, so yeah. So they beat Killers, right? Who did they lose to? Oh, they lost to Safe. So even then, like, you feel me? His run is kind of like, I guess. He beat Lashard. That's impressive. Like, beat Kusanagi. That's impressive. Beat Chris Wong, which is impressive. And then got the run back on Chris Wong. I wonder, truth be told, I wonder, are we gonna respect the run? Because I don't think people are gonna go back and watch the run. Like it could be Blas' turn, and Blas could have a better turn, better run than fucking what he had this past year, and niggas might not respect it because we ain't seen it, and niggas ain't gonna go back to do their Googles. You can't even do your Googles because they're gonna say, "Yo, you can't use this footage till after a week's over." Nigga, it might be the next season by then. So it's just, I don't know. Do y'all care about Capcom Cup? Are y'all gonna watch Capcom Cup? Let me know your thoughts and opinions down below. So these are gas leaks. These are gas leaks. So I want y'all to take. I'm not even gonna zoom in because these are gas leaks. So take everything I'm about to say with a big grain of salt. Actually, take it with the bottle of salt, right? I'm doing like that, like a bottle. And I'm kind of confused on these changes, but even then, though, the changes don't feel like they're all the changes. I don't know. Okay, so this is from somebody playing the game in Dubai, I guess. And one thing that they did show is that I guess JP lost his throw loop, but he could dash and technically still get the throw loop. So he has to commit to the dash, commit to the throw loop to do it. But there's footage going around of JP throwing Ryu, then dashing up, and then the Ryu text. So I'm guessing he has a throw loop, but he has to dash. So JP's amnesia no longer beats command grabs, which I think is a good change. I think it's a funny change though, just because that's another character that could do command grab. So I'm trying to think now. So it's Alex, Marissa, Lily, Manon, Zangief. I'm trying to think of who has command grabs. I feel like there's somebody else I'm missing that has a command grab. Honda. Is that it? I feel like there might be one or two more. Maybe there's more. Oh, I guess. See, I wonder what counts as command grab. I guess does Kimberly's count as a command grab? That's an interesting change. I think that's a fair change because grapplers was kind of like get fucked. Like you're doing a command grab and then I'm gonna just OD amnesia. That's kind of crazy. Jamie now retains 3 drink stacks after his SA2 ends. That's an interesting change. But it says retains. So I wonder how that works. Does that mean I guess essentially you would still get drinks off with Jamie because even if you do like EX Palm and you get the knockdown, you get 2 drinks. So therefore you would always have drinks. But I wonder if it's like, say if I have no drinks, pop a level 2, party time, round start, I'm doing my thing, come back, neutral, I'm at 3 drinks. That would be good. But that's an interesting change. It says Lily command grab damage increased by 200 across the board. He's calling this a lazy buff. I ain't gonna lie. El Chicote, my brother, I actually might go stream with him actually if I can. I ain't gonna lie. Put the fries in the bag, bro. Put the fries in the bag. I ain't gonna lie to you. If that's the change, command grab just gets 200 more damage. 200 more. Oof. That's kind of a shit change. I ain't gonna lie. Honda Sumo Slam Butt Slam is now 0 on block. I wonder what it was before because I know it was spaced. But if it's 0, hey, I kind of like that. And then heavy headbutt is -4, thank God. While light and medium version is -2. Okay. And then crushing medium kick and HP grounded are now 8 frames. And then 2 medium punch, crushing medium punch, and medium kick are 7 frames. Using Super 2 now grants stacks. I wonder what that means. Seems like Honda got some quality of life changes, so he'll be able to have like new links and like especially on punish counters. It seems like, and I like those changes. The fact that butt slam is now -0, because I think it was. I don't know if it was ever plus. What was it plus? Let's see. So I'm actually curious because I don't know a ball about Honda like that. Where's Edmund at? So butt slam. Oh, it was plus. So that should be in zeros. That's lovely. But I think it was spaced if I'm not mistaken. I like that change. He can have quality of life. That's perfect. To me, that's perfect. Heavy is -4, so that way I can punish heavy if I can get the opportunity to punish heavy. And then he gets quality of life on buttons. That's cool. Grant stacks. It does have me curious. I don't know what that means, but I'm okay with that. Ryu. I was reading Ryu and Fireball. Ryu, Fireball damage reduced by 100, all versions. Confirmed recovery increased by 2 frames on heavy kick. Recovery by 2 frames. Is that enough? I don't know if I'd really be whiffing heavy kick like that. And then combo scaling has been increased, saving dungeon charge no longer possible. I don't know if I like that change. I like it because I guess if you have a Ryu who never spends it on the fireballs and then he gets the combo damage and his punish counter, and now he's doing 70%. I guess it's fair. It's fair. But it also, is it worth doing dungeon charge if I can't save it no more? I don't know. That's one of those weird changes. Mai's regular held fan fireball can be broken by incoming attacks. Wow. So you don't even have to worry about that. That's interesting. So I wonder if that means Mai's are going to spam OD fan more? But I guess it's the, well, there's at least risk and reward to it now. Okay. Interesting. Sagat's medium punch is limited to 2 hits. And then 2 medium punch is now 8 frames. I wonder if that means like after 2 times you do it, you're going to be super spaced out. I'm guessing that's what that's talking about. But now crouching medium punch is 8 frames. Why the fuck would that matter? Oh, so they nerfed it. So it was 7. But then now it's 8. I don't know if I like that. That's kind of shitty. And then, because it's standing light kick. So on counter, well, it does have great range. So if that's the trade off, is like, hey, we're gonna nerf it a little bit, but it still has this range, then I guess that's okay. I guess 1 frame won't hurt. I wonder why though. Jury's SA level 2 now grants 3 Fuha stacks upon activation. Oh, that could be nice, little fun routing. Terry's OD rising tackle DP is plus 19, down from plus 20. That shit was plus. Wait, hold up. That was plus 27? Wait a minute. If that was plus 27, how fast was Terry's dash? Hold up. So then he'll be plus 0. Now he's plus 0. So he was plus 8 in your face after OD DP and a dash if he needed it. Yo, what the fuck? Man, that was a really good DP. Bison knee press is now -4 on block. Thank fucking guard. Thank fucking. I can't speak. I don't know. I'm stupid. Thank God. And guard pushback has been reduced. Thank God, bro. Like the amount of spacing traps he would get out of that shit, and just being able to do another one. Oh, I can't wait to punish you Bison players for that shit. Oh, -4. I get my jab confirmed. Boy, yeah, I like that. And then Ed, no gauge gain while SA2 is active. Flicker recovery has been nerfed. That's the part I don't understand. Flicker recovery has been nerfed. Like, it got worse? Because I thought it was already... Oh, well, maybe it wasn't bad. Yeah, because I guess it wasn't bad because he could do it so fast. So he doesn't build any gauge. But what? Hmm. These are cool changes. I don't know if they're game defining changes though. That's the only thing I kind of like have a problem and a gripe with because I'm just like, these changes are cool, but like, what they mean though? And like, I don't know how. Like to me, Honda, I feel like it's fair. Reeves is fair, I guess, but also it's like 2 frames on recovery of heavy kick, and the combo scaling has been increased. Like, is Ryu not? If he doesn't hit for 70s, he's still gonna hit for 60. But I guess maybe not. If Denja Charge, I don't know if Denja Charge was the lead example of why he got the combos he got. Is interesting. Jamie's is interesting. JP's is interesting. Like some things are cool, but some things are like, all right, what? Well, what? Man, I might like this patch. This patch doesn't seem crazy to me. Does seem like I could play Alex. I am curious about other characters too, but you know, like I said, you gotta take this with a grain of salt. It might not be the end all be all, but you know, okay. They're making some changes, which I can respect. Is there anything else I want to cover? Yeah, Capcom Cup is tonight, so we're gonna watch that a little bit. Went over the gas leaks. Alex gameplay. Alex looks fun. I can't wait to play him. I think I'm gonna get him the Masters, and if this is some of the changes that is coming forward, yeah, shit. I'm kind of looking forward to the changes. I mean, I'm gonna play the best of my ability and do my thug dizzle. You feel me? Might just end it. I ain't gonna lie. Might go watch Capcom Cup. Might stream that over at twitch.tv/PrinceBR2. Watch that live. Yeah, I'm gonna just call it there. I kind of rambled, went all over the place, kind of slurred my words a little bit. I promise you, I am not under no influences. If anything, I have a headache and this light is bright. Yeah, man. Shout out to the love. Shout out to y'all getting back-to-back episodes over 200 plus. So I'm hoping y'all really like it. I'm hoping y'all really enjoy it. You know what I'm saying? Be sure to read 5 stars on Spotify or Apple, wherever you listen to podcasts. And then if you see this on YouTube, like the video, hype the video, all that good stuff. And yeah, man, I just can't wait for Capcom Cup. I'm gonna watch it till I can't, and till they kick me out, and then yeah, be back next year. Till next time, Alex week next week. I'll see you. Bye.